Had to reset stuff. All right, I think it's happening. Yeah, all right. Hey, it's
Yep.
working.
We appear to be live.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for hosting such a lovely event.
Oh, thanks.
I do appreciate it. What are you up to this week? What's going on?
Um, this week I might be painting the outside of a building for Habitat for Humanity tomorrow.
Wow. I
I
didn't
signed
know
up
you did
for
that.
yeah, I signed up for a um what do you I guess yeah, just like a shift, and I have to verify that it's still happening, and I forget what time it's happening. So I might do that tomorrow. Today I wrote some letters to some New Yorkers in need through the New York City Food Bank.
Can you tell us more about that? What does that mean?
I really don't know. It was just like somebody recommended that I should do some volunteer work because I have some spare time on my hands and I was depressed a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
yeah. So I found this list of just sort of like volunteer opportunities, and one of them, I was mostly looking for virtual stuff, and one of them was write kind letters to people. Um,
Kind letters to
kind,
people.
yeah, just like I hope you're doing well. This is a rough time. We're all feeling it. Please, do your best to put yourself in a good mood. That kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you read one of them or no?
Um, I don't know.
Were they funny?
Well, it was very sincere, but then at the end, I did decide to put P.S. I'm sorry for the sloppy handwriting. I am left-handed. It's kind of I. It's one of those things that's funny because it's also true. You know what I mean? So I did that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but they're
Um,
in their address to is just like Dear New Yorker. Like I send them to the food bank and then they send them out to other people.
wow. So it just says Dear New Yorker. It's not specifically addressed to anybody.
Yeah, and I did like 8 of the same thing. You know,
Wow, that's pretty cool.
that is my
Yeah.
uh,
And how did it make you feel?
better. Yeah, I mean I have
Yeah.
been feeling better.
It's good to give, and it's good to not be depressed too.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely what did I do? I started my antidepressants last week,
Oh,
which
congrats.
was super exciting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're starting to work because I definitely hate myself a little bit less now than I normally do.
Oh, good.
Which is really exciting. My only thing about these antidepressants is it's really hard for me to trust them because of their names.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they're called like Wellbutrin and Lexapro, and
Yeah.
they just try to insert a positive word into the name of the antidepressant.
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta say, it got my radar, my bullshit radar beeping. Because if these
Sure.
things were really good, they wouldn't have to name them that,
Right.
right? But that's just
I
my
see. I see your perspective on it. Do you think you would feel better if they had a name that was just like somehow inferred like we hope these work?
Yeah, no, totally. It's like if they call them the life is bullshit pill, I would have been I would have been on them years ago, man.
Yeah.
Right? And I love them because they do work, but they also cause impotence.
Uh,
And sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes that's one of the side effects of antidepressants. So I love them, but I can't make love when I'm on them.
Right.
What can I say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from my act like 3 years ago. I'm rehashing old material. I had to throw away so much stuff with the pandemic and Trump and all of that
Yeah.
because like nobody wants to hear about bullshit anymore. They need things that are like about depression or something that matters,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
Right, and that's really difficult because I don't think anything matters. Um,
Yeah.
but I think the antidepressant whatever bit still works. Is kind of.
Well, how you treat people maybe is something that matters. I don't know. I'm not telling you what to think, but
Oh, that's
that might be
sweet.
a helpful thing. I don't know. I'm going to let in Brian Beasy, and I think this might be Beasy and Deasy, a duo. Let's see if they're here to play music, I'm sure,
Oh, that sounds really great.
and hang out. Hey,
Hey, can you hear me?
yeah,
Awesome.
how's it going? I saw the end of your live stream last night talking about the Capitol riots.
Yeah, that was, well, I won't say fun, but
Yeah, cathartic, perhaps.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that more than anything, that was kind of the reason to start live streaming is just to start scheduling catharsis.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'll be honest with both of you. Every time I do one of these Monday things, I feel like 10 minutes beforehand, I'm sort of just like, ah, I don't know. It's the what the point of doing this is. But then I do
That's how
have
I
fun.
feel before every show that I've ever done.
I do have fun when I'm in the midst of it, though.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good when we do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I get that with like podcast interviews or things like that. Sometimes when I let it, like I'll record a podcast and then I don't get around to editing it for a while, and in my mind it starts to be like, oh, maybe it was bad. I'm scared
Yeah.
to go back and edit it.
Right.
I always feel great once I'm editing it and release it.
Sure. Brian, as somebody who has two kids, can I ask you that if you ever do have that same feeling when it involves anything to do with like kid things? Do you still have that? Do you have that same dread of just like, oh, here we have to celebrate one of the youngest's birthday? Is there any of that dread for that kind of stuff?
Less for that stuff than more for like the day-to-day stuff, like, oh fuck, I gotta help them brush their teeth.
Oh, sure.
I get into the birthday parties. Like I'm like, what do you want to do? Like one year they wanted a Zelda themed birthday party. So I like decked out the house. I'm like, okay, this is the fire realm. And this is and I dressed up as like the old man from Link and came up with all these games. Like, yeah, I get into the birthdays
sweet.
and big things.
Yeah.
That's super cute. How old are your kids?
6 and 8 physically, but who knows mentally. Sometimes they're old souls, sometimes they're very new souls.
Yeah, I'm pretty much 6 and 8 mentally, depending on the hour.
Brian, Pip is Jersey native, but he lives in Colorado now, and you're in Cleveland. And we do have other people who might show up, but anyone who wants to do anything can go for it.
I was so excited to just come and hang.
Oh yeah, that's good too. Yeah.
I have some music I can dust off too, but
sure.
I think no matter what, I was just digging the idea of like, oh, I miss going to open mics and just bullshitting with people.
Yeah.
I like seeing people and I like playing, but like bullshitting before and after and around all that is a big draw.
Sure. Part of the reason this is called Loose Open Mic is because I thought it would be good to do this, for people, but also it's loose because I never have stuff prepared personally. Mm-hmm. But I do have one joke that I improved upon that I can share.
Let's hear it.
So when I was in college, I was dating this girl, and we were, walking through the woods one afternoon. And at one point she said, Sean, I'm going to tell you something and I don't want you to be mad. And immediately that it's just like, oh geez, this could go in any direction. Who knows what I'm going to hear? You know what I mean? But she said, sometimes if I see mud on the ground, especially if it's sort of like smushed up against something in like a very like flowy kind of way, I would never eat it, but there's a part of me that does think it might taste good. And I was not mad at that at all. You know what I mean? But
that setup.
Just imagine that. How could that make anybody angry?
Right. But I will say that, I haven't spoken to her in years. We obviously don't date anymore, but I probably think about that like once every 3 or 4 months. And I am mad to this day that I sometimes think that mud looks like it might taste good. So I am mad about it.
So she kind of ruined mud for you a little bit.
In a way, yeah.
Right. Yeah. No,
you were such a mud enthusiast beforehand.
Now you've got emotional baggage in your future relationships. You're never going to go mud wrestling ever. Right?
Well, it's just the thoughts that you don't want.
You know, you know how you get rid of that thought, that brain worm, though? You just got to eat the mud.
You gotta eat mud. Yeah, yeah,
Then you'll know.
yeah. Or I should just accidentally get it in my mouth and then, ugh,
Accidentally on
on
purpose.
purpose. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's that.
Um,
That's not as that's like a really cute version of the worst date my wife and I had. Well,
uh,
I thought it was going to be the worst date, and then it turned into the most profound date because
ooh,
we'd only been going out for, I don't know, like a month or two, and I was into her like more
yeah,
than anybody, and I didn't want to be because I had just gotten divorced. And
yeah.
so I was like interested in not playing the field as much as just not being in a relationship. I did not want to go back.
I get
I was
that feeling. Yes.
Yeah.
so anyway, but I let it down, and I was like, okay, fine, I like you, and let's go out, let's do things, and we went on a date, and the whole time she's acting weird, and just what's going on? There's the chemistry is strange, and we get out of the movie that we went to go see, and it was at the Angelica, I think. So we're like Houston and First Avenue, and I just stop her, and I was like, "What?" 100% sure she's about to tell me this isn't working out. Like my brain just immediately concocted that she was gonna say, you thought it was one thing and it's not.
Right.
And she looks up at me with big puppy dog eyes, and she says, "I'm pregnant." And
Whoa.
my immediate visceral reaction was to just grab her and hug her and be like, "Oh, good."
Wow. Good for you. Well handled. Well played.
Yeah,
And then,
that's
yeah. Then we just spent the rest of the night walking around the city. I'm like, "This will be fine. I'll figure it out." I'm like,
Wow.
my reality was getting far more fucked with thinking that I couldn't trust my instincts, that I liked this person and was sure she liked me back, and
Wow.
I was so fucked up thinking that.
Has your oldest heard that story or not yet?
Maybe, but he's not old enough to care.
Yeah.
Like whenever we try to tell him anything meaningful or sincere, he's just like, "Bap."
Yeah.
They're not ready for that.
Yeah. I there was a time when like before I was born, my parents called me Rocky because my parents found out that my mother was pregnant while they were on a camping trip in the Rocky Mountains.
oh man. I thought it was because they thought you'd be a boxer or something.
I mean, well, I did grow up also liking that movie. You know what I mean?
Or you could have been
Yeah,
a
who
crack
didn't?
baby.
Could have, yeah, yeah.
Crack baby.
That's terrible.
Ooh.
That was
That
the
would be the
bad joke alarm. Bad
Yeah.
joke alarm went off.
Or
Sorry about that. I still got the 2006, ringtone for the Nokia phone. My friend keeps calling
That's
me because he's a
amazing.
dipshit.
it's good. Is that
Really got shit for brains.
is that Daniel that's calling you?
It is Daniel. He's watching and he's harassing us on the group chat. So everybody, it's a shout out to Daniel Conklin, who should not be calling me right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna take it.
It's your friend who pretends that he doesn't like you in a very funny way.
I suppose that's what he does. I think he's just an asshole, though. I'm pretty sure that's all this is. Like, he's just a schmuck.
Yeah.
Not a
all right.
friend and a friend.
Right, you're right. But I would say that our combative relationship tends to be entertaining for other people. Right. So, like, because we just scream at each other.
Yeah.
And all right, hang on.
It's like a sitcom relationship where it's like when you stop and think about that.
Hey, Dad.
Hey,
What's up, bud?
What's the other guy's name? The guy with the not Sean. The guy Brian Douglas.
That's. I think his name is Brian.
You're
Douglas.
asking what Brian Douglas's name is?
Yeah, what's his name?
You called me 6 times while I'm live to ask me what Brian Douglas's
Brian
name
Douglas,
is.
I want to tell you something, okay? I just want to say I liked your story. It was a good story.
All right. You know, this isn't a call-in show, bud.
It is right now.
All right, Dan. If you wanna talk later, we'll talk later. All right, bud.
The Bears. Well, Sean. I should tell you, his mom. You know, as usual, she's moving through fucking space, just gaining mass wherever she goes. Black hole. You know, what can you do? And the Bears, they're talking to each other, just trying to figure out whether they should
I mean, I think it's great what you're working through. I have no clue how to respond or what to say.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Lex is here from Bangkok, Thailand.
Ooh.
Oh hell yeah!
We'll
Someone
see
from
if
Thailand.
we'll have Brian do some music, then we'll see if Lex wants to do anything other than just hanging out. But this is fun. It might be very sunny where he is. Um,
It looks like it's very black right now.
yeah, I think the great
There it is.
distance takes longer for him to start. It's because of the great distance. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? No, I was trying to get myself situated before you had to look at me, and
Oh.
then my tripod I broke my tripod,
Oh,
and I'm kind of Puerto Ricaning it right now.
oh, good.
That's what my dad called it. I don't feel like it's that. I mean, my dad is Puerto Rican, by the way, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to anybody who's listening,
Yeah. Well, you should be.
Puerto
this-
Ricans, they make it work.
You should be.
just duct tape it.
You should be pretty good
Well,
at doing this then, because you are part Puerto Rican, so you should be pretty good at it.
yeah. I'm like half as good as him.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
You know-
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Sorry,
Do
I'm
you-
usually never up this early.
Yeah, no. Do you know Brian? Because he used to do improv stuff years ago. Do you guys know each
Wait,
other?
let me-
Brian and Lex?
I'm on the wrong screen. Let me look and see who I'm. No, hi Brian. Oh yeah, your face looks familiar, but I don't know if we never did anything together. But your face looks familiar.
Improv was a short window for me. I think it was like two years back in like
Yeah.
2005 to 7.
I was still there though.
Yeah.
Not bad. So are we just? Oh, we're just hanging out. Anybody?
We're just
Are you guys
hanging.
doing comedy? Comedy? I never watched this version of the Stoner Morning Show. I'm
You've
sorry. I
been
feel
on
like I
it.
just jumped in.
But you've been on it before.
That's true.
Well, Brian's gonna do some music. We'll let
Oh,
you.
cool.
We'll let you do one song, and then we'll switch it off, and then you can do another song in a little bit, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
All right.
yeah, take it away.
Okay. So this is the first song I wrote before I actually knew how to play guitar. It was a poem, I guess. It started out, and I wrote it at the end of the Bush administration.
Uh-huh.
And I had trouble picturing that we were going to get out of the Bush administration. I thought like he was going to do what we're in now. Like we're just like, oh, he's not going to leave office. They're just going to keep doing their thing. And so I was in a very pessimistic place. But so the song hasn't changed though, but it feels like it's still, I don't know. I can still sing it and feel all the same scared feelings. So it's called Slapstick Tragedy. I work for the money so I can play for keys and a dance for my honey so she don't see me weep. When I drive down this road made of ashes and glass, I'm a prince and a toad, I'm an angel and an ass. Oh, it's a slapstick tragedy. This vicious comedy. Well, I gotta sing it for free, so the man he won't own me. No, it's a slapstick tragedy.
said it's in the sky. I gotta hide my hurt. How they make me lie. Oh, it's a slapstick tragedy. This vicious comedy. Well, I gotta sing it for free, so the man he won't on me, no, no. Oh, it's a slapstick tragedy.
God damn.
Yeah,
Oh, that was great, man. Great job.
That is so cool.
dusted it off.
Fantastic.
Good work.
I like the song. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I like
ma-
it too, considering that I wrote it in like what 2007, and I still love playing it. I love developing it, and yeah. It's one of
yeah. I
Does-
my
love,
favorites.
You know, I'm not a musician, but I guess it does have to develop over time, right? That
Of
I never
course.
thought about it like that. Yeah. Oh, thanks,
Oh,
Pip.
yeah.
I was talking to Sean.
just agree with you, bud. You don't have
No,
to fight
but-
me on it.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No, you're
But
good.
but tell me about that. I don't know because I'm not a musician, so I don't know how. I mean, how does it? Do you work on it, or it just happens to organically
Well,
go
when I
over
say-
time like that?
When I say work on it, I mean when I said I wasn't a musician when I wrote that in 2007, I wasn't. I've owned a guitar since I was 12, but I just would like sit in my room and be like, oh man, A minor, E minor, and just get my feels out.
Dude,
And
you
and
made
it
my
was-
pussy wet. I don't know how you did it, but I didn't even know I had one. It's so cool. It was great. You got a great voice, and I love that. I don't listen to that type of music much, but when I do, it's fantastic. It's awesome. And I love the Three Stooges.
I was working on like my vocals saw. I mean, I'm not saying I'm great now, but I mean, like my vocal, like I would sing it like "It's a slapstick train," like it was just weak shit, and I was not good at chords. So as I've developed as a musician, I keep putting, well, what tricks do I have now? And my wife's a great vocalist, so she was a big influence on me finding my more guttural range.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting too. I would, it's fun that music can do that. Like I was listening to Green, not Green, Green Day. Yeah, I was listening to Green Day, and I remember how when they first came out, for like at least 2 or 3 songs before I got the album, I thought they were British. I remember I thought they were British because the way he sang, and it's weird to hear like choices of musicians to be like that they speak one way and then you hear them singing, you're like, what the, but also it sounds so obviously they're making the right choice. That's a great choice. It sounds like you went through some shit. So maybe you had to go through some shit.
I love how I found my growl at an open mic at the Under St. Mark's Theater, the Tuesday night like mic they had there. It was great. And I was playing this cover of Common People by Pulp that I just figured out.
Ooh, yeah.
And in the middle of the song, like the mic just dropped. It just fell off the mic stand. And so instead of like, oh shit, and stopping and picking up, I just started belting it out to the crowd and found this whole new register that I was like, ooh, what's that?
Ooh, cool.
Yeah,
On my inner
cool.
Tom Waits.
Nice.
That's cool,
Yeah,
man.
it's great.
Yeah, and it's so much fun to sing like that too. I bet.
Yeah. Pip,
Yeah.
did
You
you
mean-
change your voice for comedy? Pip, do you change your voice for comedy? Is this your normal voice walking
No,
around?
this is what I sound like, bud. Yeah, no, I do exaggerate it a little bit for comedic effect. But
it's
yeah.
working.
Well, I'm glad you think I'm funny, bud. I think you're funny too. Right. I
That's
also
what's up.
sing. I also sing, but when I do it in that whine that you did earlier, Brian. Like that kind of emo pop punk. She left me roses for the stairs. Like, that works best. That works best for me.
I miss
But-
singing along with my emo. I gonna go.
There's nothing like it, man. There's something about that emo yell. It's just so primal and emotive.
It really saves the day.
That must be an emo band.
Could you plug your music? Could we listen to you on Spotify or anywhere?
Nope. I've never recorded anything. I have a SoundCloud. I can throw it in the chat.
Sure
Yeah.
thing.
Got some things, but that's kind of still a long-standing goal is to get around to record. The problem is like I'm not. I need I need to find musicians who can help me flesh out a whole sound because I'm just
Right.
a guy with a guitar.
Right. You want a band.
Yeah.
You've created your own like scene since moving back in Cleveland, right? You do like your own.
No. I found a scene.
Oh.
I brought back a house show I produced when I was in New York,
Mhm.
which is nice to do now that I actually have a house.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's been sad to not be able to do that for the last year, but yeah. But there's an amazing open mic grassroots scene here. It's super supportive in Cleveland. That was the great thing about discovering music and open mics is you learn that like, oh, you can just go to any town unless it's a town full of shitty people, but odds are you'll find your people if you go to an open mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find that you could get weed like that too.
Yeah, it's definitely open mics are a great place to find weed and depressed people.
My
Speaking of-
best,
oh.
I finally found someone who lives in my neighborhood, deals and delivers at an open mic, and it was like
In your
a
neighborhood.
godsend because that's the number one thing I missed from New York. It was like I had one weed guy when I first moved here, and he was like 50 minutes away, and I had to go to him each time.
Oh,
Speaking
brutal.
Speaking of weed, Lex, I almost messaged you in the middle of your night when you were asleep because I realized what my business card should be.
Ooh,
And that do you guys remember Garbage Pail Kids?
yeah.
Well, the Garbage Pail Kid for me is Stoned Sean. It's just a statue holding a joint.
Okay.
Is it spelled Sean like you?
No, but I would switch it. But
Yeah.
that should be my business card.
That's
100.
great. That's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
Yeah. What missed opportunity for years. That would have put me over the edge. That would have got me booked on.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got to get in that business card game.
right.
Sure, business cards make all the difference.
But it's the Garbage Pail Kid reference.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And
I'd
I'm
love to
surprised they
see-
haven't rebooted those or brought them back or something. Do kids even
will.
collect cards now besides Magic?
They
No,
still
just
collect
the
Pokemon cards. I know that because of
Yeah.
my little cousins. I don't know what else they collect.
yeah.
I should ask
It's
my
games,
kids, but
'cause
I know
they-
what they collect
yeah.
because I buy it for them.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see American Psycho, the business card scene with Sean's garbage patch, the garbage pail kids, just all jealous.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. Yeah.
You need definitely write that down as a sketch idea when you get your cards to interject that, edit
Well-
yourself into the scene.
We never write anything down in this show. We just hope that somebody watching writes it down and then reminds us about it.
Yeah, put it in the ledger.
Yeah.
That was the number one thing that I was never able to figure out. I don't know, a modality of living when I was doing stand up to like, oh, I thought of a funny thing, I did a funny thing, I said a funny thing. Let me write it down and try to recreate it or play with it later. I was very. I was
it's
way
weird.
too lazy to write jokes.
Yeah, well, it's weird because you're like, oh, let me leave the fun for a second to do
Yeah.
this business thing. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Takes you out of it.
big
I,
part of the cycle.
I hate when my more successful friends are like, oh, can I use that? And I'm like, I didn't even know that was a joke. I guess. All right, Sean, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I did recently think of a great joke, and I didn't write it down, and I completely forgot it. But the act of forgetting it made me think of another joke.
Ooh.
that I'll tell you guys, and it's that sometimes, very rarely, I will dream jokes, and I have a notebook next to my bed for that very reason. And usually, I wake up and I write it down, and it sucks. It made sense in the dream, but it doesn't make sense in reality. But
Sure.
recently, I did dream a great joke. I wrote it down, and it worked so well. And it was I didn't have to do any edits to it. It was perfect, but I ruined it.
That's the joke. That's the
I
joke.
yeah, I would tell you. I'd tell you, but
Oh, Sean.
I would tell you, and then you'd be like, "Oh, he ruined it."
You amaze me with your writing comedy skills. It's the way you're able to.
It's just making
Yes.
stuff up. That's all it is.
It's true. It's so good. I love it.
I'm amazed by it too. I can't write jokes. I'm just funny. And it's like, it's way easier for me to be funny than it is for me to write jokes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I try. It's funny. I have I'd show you my room, but my girlfriend's walking around. I have a dresser because they don't have like a walk-in. They don't build closets. They just have you buy the furniture. And but I recently found out that I can write dry eraser on it. So my also now I have a giant chalkboard kind of thing of just my notes of jokes that I'm just writing out now because I can't perform. We went into a second lockdown, so I have no way to perform, and so I'm trying to work on a bigger project. And it's I look like a crazy person. I look like a beautiful mind kind of thing right now. It's great. People come visit me and they're like, "What is going on?" Especially because you see, it's like my notebook. Like think about your notebook for comedy. How many insane things are written on sometimes.
Dude,
And,
I got the dumbest shit written in my notes. Like
always, yeah.
Right. It's like when I write it down, I know it's a joke, and then I read it an hour later. I'm like, "What the hell was I talking about?"
Yeah,
Right.
it's rough when you don't have enough of the
Barbed wire chicken Nazi. What?
Yeah. I remember writing. I wrote down "COVID so deep" is what and I know it was a good COVID joke, but it just says "COVID so deep."
COVID, like COVID.
COVID.
Okay, that is deep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Now
pretty deep.
now I really want to go dig out like my journal drunk junk.
Yeah,
drawer.
I'm in the middle of
see all the
doing
crazy
that.
things I wrote that I know, like when I had no idea what I meant when I wrote it a week ago. What's it gonna feel like a decade later?
Yeah. It's you'll feel stupid. And also but you know what's funny too is you also know that there was some value there at some point. It's how quickly can you get rid of that value? It goes so quick.
Does everybody have a joke that like you wrote down and thought of and then you saw it executed somewhere else and it's just an example of collective consciousness?
Yes.
I have a I remember very distinctly like I got this idea of like, oh, what if everybody made a like was deciding where to go to lunch and they made a blood oath about where they're going to go and just took it way too far about committing to go to lunch. And then the human giant like did it exactly.
Oh.
Like there's an exact sketch. They're all like cutting blood into their hands over a fire over deciding to go to like fucking Subway. And
Totally. Yeah.
I love that.
I had something like that with an entire Seth Rogen movie. I had this idea for a superhero movie where he gets his powers from smoking weed, but he also gets really paranoid, right? And I was gonna call it Right On Man. Like Right On Man.
Right On Man.
But yeah, he's Right On Man or Super High Man. I wasn't sure which one it was gonna be. But now apparently Seth Rogen and James Franco are making that movie. I was like, God damn it.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no offense. I bet it's going to be great.
Oh no!
Yeah.
On, it would have been great if I had done it.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
My only thing that came close to it but it was nice because it was at the beginning of me trying to do stand-up instead of improv, was talking about adults, how we never have to come in contact with quicksand. And you know, like when we were kids, there was cartoons. I remember growing up watching Abbott and Costello, or like Indiana Jones had it, right? You have like quicksand. I just you like you think that that's going to be a thing, and it never come up. But and then John Mulaney did it.
Yep.
So much better than me. So much better than me. And I was so upset because it was my favorite joke. And then I thought, well, you know what? I'm on the same thought process of a genius, so I'm happy.
Yo, I had that, but it wasn't John Mulaney. It was Joey from Full House.
Oh no.
No, fucking what's his name? What is the guy's name? The guy who plays Joey.
Matt LeBlanc.
No, that's Joey from Friends. Joey from Full House. Which is
Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier. Cut it out. He's got this bit about cartoons and how they'd like fall off a cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff they're covered in bandages already. How does that work? Right? And that was the bit. And then Dave Coulier did it. And he did all the voices too. Yeah. So I can't compete with that. So I just had to do it away.
I had dreams of doing impersonations of Bullwinkle, and then I saw Dave Coulier perform, and I was like, well, so much for that. Robbie Aces is here.
Oh, fantastic. I love that guy.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm looking at the color. I see signing in. You see there's like color right here, right? Blue this way, and this is not fog. This is pollution, apparently. I just learned this.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Because COVID is, even though we're going through a second wave, I guess the pollution's coming back. But when I first got this apartment, it was beautiful. Everything was all blue. It was such a beautiful view. And there's another comic who lives in this same apartment. He came out to me. He came out to my side. He lives on the other side of the building, so his view is different. And he didn't even know that there was a bridge. There's a bridge on this side that you guys can't see, but I could barely see it now. And he didn't even know it was there because the pollution's so bad here. Isn't that great? Isn't that crazy? But I realized also recently I can't complain because I smoke. So it's like, this is like massive pollution.
Vegas in the house. What's up, Aces?
Is he here?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Not much.
Bobby. Robert. Nice sketch, by the way. Beautiful sketch. Very funny. You sent me.
Which one? Which one?
It was a job. You guys were like construction workers.
Oh yeah, the retirement day
lighter.
sketch.
Yep. Well,
yeah.
Very good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's another one, a minute 5 second long one that we just posted up yesterday.
Oh, cool. I got to check it out. Very nice. Very nice.
Where can we find it?
Oh man. Where can you find it?
Go to Classy Hooligans on the YouTubes.
Ooh.
Classy Hooligans.
Yep, Classy Hooligans.
I feel like you just saying hooligans is a classy way to call a hooligan. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's almost redundant. Mm-hmm. Man, your beard is so powerful right now. You and Sean, look at you guys, distinguished.
Yeah, you guys look great.
Oh, thanks, I appreciate it.
The thing with growing a beard is that once you start having a beard, it's the only thing that people compliment you on, and then you can't get rid of it.
Yeah, 100%. Like all of a sudden, these young, like when I first started growing a beard, all these younger, pretty ladies started saying, "Ooh, I like your beard," and I'm like, "Well, I'm never shaving again." Yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
Well, I had a decent inch going about a week ago, and my girlfriend said, "Don't cut it." But then I just, she gave me a bad, well, I shouldn't say bad haircut, but she's learning hair. And so she gave me a learner's haircut and I had to trim it. And now she's like, "Oh, you look like a baby," like in a good way. So it made me feel good. It reminded me of my father. My father would grow a mustache once every 3 or 4 years and for like a year and then shave it just because people would say you look younger. So.
The 3 to 4 year cycle on the mustache, did that coincide with when he decided to be an unlicensed private investigator?
Yeah.
He'd go on adventures in a Hawaiian shirt and just like solve crimes and shit for just 1 straight year. And then as soon as the mustache was off, he was back to normal dad stuff.
Yeah, he was out flying the private helicopters in Hawaii for a little bit, and
Is this a cultural reference that I'm too young to understand? What are you talking
Magnum
about?
PI.
Magnum PI
Yeah.
with Tom Selleck, right?
Yeah, you got to do some research, Pips.
Sorry, man.
No, don't be sorry.
Kids
It's a
today
different
not
era
know
for
what the
you, but
Magnum
it's good cultural history. You know,
Magnum PI. I do think Tom Selleck has a fantastic mustache. I've always felt
He does.
that way. He's got
It's,
one of the all-time great pop culture mustaches.
And
it's
if,
one of my favorite. Go ahead, Sean.
and he looks great in a Detroit Tigers hat.
What?
That's deep cut, Sean.
Yeah.
Nice. To know his hat. It's one of my favorite jokes that never worked, which was Tom Selleck's mustache makes Tom Selleck's mustache is doing exactly what Tom Selleck's mustache should be doing, which is making Tom Selleck's face look like it needs a mustache.
I think
Whoa.
I love that one.
See, thank you.
pretty
I know.
funny.
Thank you. It
Uh,
never works on stage, but comics like it. Sean.
Brian, do you want to do one song before? I mean, we have time for jokes too, but do you want to do one more song before we forget to do one more song?
Not yet, because I've been waiting for a moment to step away and go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
All
okay.
right.
oh man.
And then anyone else can do jokes or not jokes, but it's a
Some
free
jokes, and I'll be back.
Yeah,
It's quite possible that he may come up with a brand new song while he's in there.
it's true.
Doo-doo rhymes.
We all do it.
Yeah.
I come up with my best shit in the shower for sure.
You should stay in there for like a whole day, write a whole like hour special.
No, I was referring to songs. Jokes just come to me. I don't know where they come from. Right. But when I write songs, I do it in the shower because it's got great acoustics. And even my voice sounds good in the shower. It's
My favorite thing about the bathroom is its acoustics, because now I have such a small apartment, my girlfriend can hear me so well when I take a shit.
Oh, that's great. She hears all the grunting and the moaning and the screaming and exciting. Yeah, you guys must be real close now.
More than I want.
Oh.
I've got an impersonation of a funny sound to make when people can hear you shitting.
Please.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Ready? You just picture that you're in the room next to the bathroom and I'm in there. Ready? Ah!
Oh, that made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I had a boss once that he was a pretty big drinker post work in the time when he was like a boss of mine, and I remember one morning going into the men's room at the job, and all this and all I could hear was, "Oh, it hurts, like just like like for like minutes in his like big baritone voice. I was like, oh gosh, I shall never speak of this.
I've got a crazy story about a coworker. Similar, a bathroom story about a coworker. I was in college and I was at a temp job, and there was a guy that, you know how you just meet somebody and just like, this is miserable. He doesn't like me. Like, I don't like him. He just was like kind of a weird jerk. But I found out that he was like kind of a D&D guy, and he loved like Renaissance fairs and stuff.
Nice.
So I tried chatting him up on that kind of stuff just to be friendly, but he was just like not into it. So that's just like background on this guy. And one time I walked into the bathroom while he was standing at the urinal, and it was obvious that he was having trouble getting started, because he kind of was like, come on, you can do it, and then he said, you're the king of France. Come on, you're the king. And he saw me open the door, and he quickly just was quiet, and he was like pretending. You know how he was like pretending that he was peeing.
I've had to do that, but not since like middle school.
Yeah.
In middle school, you pretend to go to the bathroom because you don't want to be in class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but wow,
No, I
that's
just had
It's one of the
trouble.
great things. Not everybody can get there, but once you get to the point where you're like, I don't care if people hear me shitting.
Oh,
oh,
It's
I've
wonderful.
never
I
cared
know so
about
many people who
that.
have the hang up and they can't go in so many places, and I just finally just like,
Mm,
why do I care? There's no
yeah.
reason to care. I don't even care anymore. Like, I mean, if there's piss all over the toilet, yeah, I care. But I'm like, I don't have any open wounds on my skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get anything off the fucking toilet.
point.
I mean,
I I, re-
I'm
I remember once I was fasting and I don't know, it was towards the beginning of it, so I still had some left in me, and I went to the bathroom and it was all air, and it was so, and I was at work, and I was at a car dealership, so it was a big thing. I don't know who was in the bathroom with me, but I went to one of the like more, farther away bathrooms, and it was just made a lot of noise, and the guy was just like. He made some noise like that was inappropriate, and I got so upset because I was like, "This is the place. This is the one place where I shouldn't have any judgment. Like, what are we doing here?" But it's not fair because one time I did that, and that's what made me think. I was in the bathroom once, and I heard a guy, and every 30 seconds or so, I'd hear,
Like he was throwing a football.
yeah, he was doing bench presses or something, and I was just like, every squeeze, I got so annoyed at him because every time, every one, nothing came out clean.
did you also hear him saying like 2 more, 1 more?
You can do it. You
Come
can
on.
do it. You can do it.
Come on, buddy. All right.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's good times. I mean, I
Then
did. I
then
can't.
two of them walk out of the stall. He had a spotter.
Yes.
I
Yep.
would love it
Yep.
if I just
It
walked
was
into
like
a
we were just
stall,
doing squats.
potty squats. I'd love to go
Potty
into a bathroom
squats.
and just hear somebody go, no, 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 no.
like Cleveland from Family Guy.
Yeah. Just
Or the
what
opposite,
could have
just,
happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or how
What
about,
is going on?
oh no, not again.
Oh no, not again.
What were you expecting?
Uh,
Brilliant.
how about this?
I have go.
How about this? Where did you come from?
Right. Or well, that shouldn't be there.
Loud
That's
plop.
wrong.
What the fuck is that?
Or you're like, my broom,
My boom?
my broom.
Oh,
Oh, I thought that was like a kid word for like my boom boom. Yeah. My boom.
I'd love to hear Jesus Christ, and then you hear pictures. Just the camera taking. You hear.
I found a great video on YouTube the other day, and I should have saved it. I don't know what to search for it, but there was a guy it was like a prank video of a guy in a public stall. He had a camera. He was like in his own stall, and he had a bucket of candy, and there were people on either side of him. He just like pushed it under the thing and shook it, and each dude took candy, and then one of them was like, "Can I have one more?" Like everybody was laughing. It wasn't a prank that anyone was made to feel bad about. It was
Great.
like everyone was enjoying it.
It would be pretty funny to like have somebody just like be in a toilet stall dressed up like a leprechaun and just like pour a shitload of coins into the toilet and just walk out as a leprechaun,
I mean, anything can be a bathroom prank if it's something that you normally don't see in a bathroom. Put a llama in.
Right. A llama would definitely be a good bathroom prank. Right. I'm still thinking about the King of France. Oh my God.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great name for the penis. That's a good name. Yeah, it's a good one.
Or you could set somebody up with like a toll booth, like you open up the stall and they've got like a whole toll booth in there.
That's good. Brian, are you set up for another song? Or I feel like you might be. I don't know. I want everyone to have enough time. Is what I'm saying. I want everyone to be satisfied. Okay.
All right. I think I'll do my favorite cover.
Cool. And then if anyone wants to do jokes, we'll do jokes after this. We haven't even gotten to jokes. All right, here we go.
All right. Well, some people say a man is made out of mud. Poor man is made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bone. Well, a mind that's weak and a back that is strong. You load 16 tons, and what did you get? Another day older, and you're deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. And I woke one morning, the sun it didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine and loaded 16 tons of that number 9 coal. And the strong boss said, bless my soul. You load 16 tons, and what did you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. And if you see me coming, you best step aside. A lot of men didn't, well, a lot of men died with one fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, and what did you get? Another day older, deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't call me, 'cause I can't go. know I owe my soul to the company store.
Woo!
Yeah. Woo!
Thank you.
Fantastic. I love that song.
Great.
It's a great one.
Fucking great song about
And when
the
we,
coal mines in Virginia, but it's real. The original's like super peppy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And what do you get?
Yeah,
the older and I was like, it's not angry enough.
Original is
Yeah, I
not-
like that.
That's a lot of my
interpretation.
covers are like songs, and I'm like, I think this should be a different
should
way.
be a lot sadder, right?
I mean, I don't
yeah.
want to tell you how to play it, your covers, but it needs a few more coughs.
yeah. Well, no, he works for Amazon now, so that's what.
He still has that black lung.
Yeah, we need to update those lyrics so they're no longer about coal mines and they're about Amazon boxing and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About how they don't
like
let you use the
It's the future.
restroom there.
They don't let us use the restroom. Yeah, that's a good. Who sang that originally? Was it Tennessee Williams?
Tennessee Ford.
Ford. Tennessee
Yeah.
Williams is someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a they told the water you get. Yeah, it's kind of different. Yeah, that's good. It's good stuff.
Hey, Robbie, did you want to tell any jokes, or I don't know? Does anyone want to tell jokes, or we're fine with this? I mean, this is.
I know. I mean, I would tell you. I don't. Maybe it's a joke. Maybe it's not a joke yet. I'd filling in a job application, and in that, I never realized how completely stupid the wording of some of the things are that you got to fill in are.
Yeah.
Like for example, it has a box. It has a box on the application that says desired income. It doesn't say what do you think we're willing to pay you for this work. It says desired income. So I'm like, well, if you want to know my desired income, I'm filling in $10 million.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
You should try
That's
it.
a
What's
joke.
the worst that could happen?
Oh yeah, yeah. The way it's and they had a box. They also had a box at the end of the application that said, "Is there anything else you want to tell us?" And so I'm being honest. So I just I
Really
filled
open
in
up.
I filled in the box. No, we don't know each other well enough yet. We just met.
That's the best ever. If you do that joke, Rob, you should act out the HR guy going like, boss, we got a problem here. This guy's looking for $10 million a year. I don't know if we have it in our budget, but he's really good.
It's like he desires it. I mean, technically, we
shouldn't have let him.
I told you we shouldn't have put that question on there.
right.
Yeah, you opened the window. It's good. It's a good joke.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Like that.
That one's new.
Are you happy you told it?
I am happy. I am happy. I am happy because I literally made myself laugh as I was putting in $10 million on that application last night.
Mm-hmm.
It just made me laugh and laugh and laugh. I'm like, oh,
Nice.
this is a joke.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, laughter is better than employment.
Yeah.
For sure.
I keep telling my dad that.
One day he'll laugh at it.
He keeps telling me Amazon is hiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that I think is like that HR language thing where it's like they speak in lies.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't fire you anymore. It's a separation. Right? They say, oh, we separated him. It's a separation. Like the guy sitting at home, like, well, me and the Amazon's fulfillment center just taking some time off. They think I don't listen well, and I think they don't value my time. But we might get back together. I don't know. Saying separation versus fired was the difference between somebody coming back to the office place to gun down a whole bunch of people. Like his roommate's like, no, calm down. It's just a separation. Oh, so I should wait by the phone for them to call me back, right?
the best way to get rehired is to not think about them. Don't call them. Just work on you.
Exactly. Improve, better yourself.
They'll call you. Yeah, they'll call
Exactly.
you right when you start getting a new job.
Start posting online. All the fun you're having at these other businesses. All of a sudden they go, "Oh my God, he's so desirable."
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's a good premise. It's a good way you can flesh it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a joke though. Good premise.
No. And the punchlines were good too, but I feel like it's a chunk. You could probably make a nice little.
Oh yeah, it's a work in progress.
2 to 3 minute choke. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're out of time. I guess.
Are we? Wow,
I think
goes so
so.
quick. I mean, I know it came late.
This one flew.
Yeah. If anybody's watching, Stoner Morning Show is doing another late night show this Thursday at 10:30 for the Asheville Fringe Festival. So it's free. Watch that if you want. Next Friday, I'm doing an online version of the best 10 minutes that I've ever written. It's 10 minutes that just came to me out of nowhere like 2 months ago, and
I saw it. It's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that the 10 minute? Is that the set that's in your cover photo? That's referenced in your cover?
it is. Yeah. It's
Nice.
jokes that I didn't even try writing, and they all came to me in a flash of, I'll say brilliance, only because I didn't do it. It somehow happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you channeled it from some other dimension.
I think
It's amazing.
I think I
It
was
happens.
It's amazing how much you got in one. I mean, it really was. It's a good chunk that nothing. Yeah, it's good, Sean. I can't believe you did just like. I mean, I could see why you're excited about it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, he gave me a test run.
When are you doing that, Sean?
It's a week from this Friday. Lex saw me just stumbling through it after 2 months of not doing it. You know what I mean?
I did that once, but I was on Adderall, so it wasn't that good. Yeah.
Oh.
Who? Anyone else got anything else that they want to?
If you're in the Las Vegas metro area, I'll be featuring at the Vegas Valley Winery next Friday and next Saturday. So I totally want to have another way to watch your 10 minutes of glory, Sean.
Yeah.
Because I may not be positioned to watch it live.
That's no problem. Yeah, I'll figure out a way.
If I could say too, tomorrow morning to you guys would be Wednesday. It's Wednesday night for me, so that's Wednesday morning for you guys. But the local comics here in Bangkok are doing raw comedy. It was originally an open mic that started, but now we're doing a podcast, and we went live the last 2 weeks on Wednesday your morning. So if anybody wants to find that on Facebook, we'll stream it on Facebook.
Nice.
Raw comedy, and it's cool because it's international. We got a guy from Spain, we got a guy from Canada, we got a guy from Thailand, and hopefully we start rotating some of the more of the other comics that are throughout the Bangkok scene to come through. It's a cool show.
Sweet.
We'll get back to the plugs real quick, but somebody on the chat is going crazy with the heart button.
Who's doing it?
I bet it's Jason Kunis. That's my guess.
He loves hearts.
Yeah,
Jason's the bomb. JQ is the dude.
Yeah, just keeps on hitting that reaction. But Pip, Brian, you guys got anything you want to throw out there to the universe?
I'd like to plug my Twitter.
Yeah.
You can follow me at Pip the Comic. I just relaunched my Twitter, and everything that's funny about me right now is also funny on my Twitter. So please check it out. I'm trying to hit 50 followers by the end of the week.
Nice.
Yeah.
We can do that.
You can also check out my band if you want, but we don't make music anymore.
That was weird. I went to your Twitter and it said you had 48 followers.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then I clicked following and it said you have 47. I count as a negative one follower or something. Or it was a weird Twitter.
Maybe it said 46 and you misread, because that's what I'm pretty sure I was at. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anybody else watching? You could also check out my semi-satirical pop punk band 12 Times Kevin on Spotify.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, 12 times Kevin. That's all spelled out. We do a semi-satirical version of Blink-182, and I'm the singer. It's great. It's good stuff. We have one song called "Chucky's Mom Is Dead" and "I Will Be Someday."
Very nice. Very
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right.
All right. Wow. Well, I'm glad I woke up. I might start waking up early again.
Oh, good. Something to look
Cool.
forward.
This is fun. What a great way to start my day, and you guys finishing up yours. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bookended.
All right, I'm gonna hit stop.
I'm gonna go
Everybody.
shower and sing. Good night, everybody.
Night. Thanks
Good
so
night.
much, Sean.